Tom's Turkey Drive is a labor of love that involves support from the whole community, from local volunteers to shoppers who raise the money and then people who receive those meals. Tom's Turkey Drive is a true source of pride for the entire Inland Northwest, and it impacts so many people in different ways. Tonight, KREM 2's Laura Papetti is reporting on the impact of the KREM Cares Tom's Turkey Drive.
When you talk about feeding families, making memories, and creating connections, it can be hard to define the exact impact of Tom's Turkey Drive.
I mean, I've been watching it since I was a kid, you know what I mean? And sure enough, yeah, I got the whole meal and everything, and it just really helped out.
For James Hurley, the impact meant providing dinner for his two girls.
Where I was gonna come up with the money to have that.
That impact seems obvious, that thousands of people have a meal that otherwise wouldn't. So here are some of those numbers. Second Harvest reports that Tom's Turkey Drive has provided well over 830,000 servings to area families in its first 24 years. And while numbers can tell the story of need, they don't tell the why. And that is different for everyone. Kevin was just recently divorced when Turkey Drive met him where he was at.
Holidays come up and you wonder what the heck you're going to do, and Tom's Turkey Drive was there.
Turkey Drive impacts people of all ages, serving thousands of meals to families. Second Harvest says the numbers include serving over 300,000 children.
The look in their eyes of gratitude, it actually chokes me up still. And that was several years ago, and it's just, I'll never forget that moment or that time.
They were there in those lines and those families and their little babies in strollers, and I will never forget that. And
those kids that line up are part of the Tom's Turkey Drive story, the impact, as are the organizers and volunteers.
I've lived here, so I knew what it was about, but actually, being a part of organizing it was a completely different story.
Volunteers that come out to stores to help raise meals, to the folks that generously give of their time to distribute these meals and to connect with one another and to connect with community members who need some assistance right now.
Those impacts are harder to measure, but are vitally important to acknowledge. Like the farmers who provide the milk, thousands of gallons that they work to produce to go into the boxes.
And they get to gather around products that are created by farmers all across the region.
There are also farmers who donate 40,000 pounds of potatoes each year, and Fran's Bakery will donate 17,000 bags of rolls and stuffing. That's just for the 25th anniversary. And the impact goes beyond the production. It goes to the heart of those who are making it.
It's a huge impact. So when they get to be in production and they get to make that roll for that family, and when they go in the stores, they see that pride that we support.
Pride might best describe the impact of Tom's Turkey Drive because everyone shares in its success and its service. This year, the campaign will provide 8,500 meals to families. That is well over 35,000 people sitting down for dinner. And the best part will be the untold stories of community, connection, and compassion that are the real impact of Tom's Turkey Drive.